risk that is associated with, this kind of weather event.
Yeah, the problem is Southern California just hasn't really seen rain at like what we have seen already this year. So that's the issue there. Things are very dry down there, but also they're going to be getting the brunt of this wind event, meaning they're going to see gusts up to 100 miles per hour. So very significant down there, issue that we are going to be watching throughout the day today. Winds locally have already picked up. I started to look down in Southern California to kind of see what winds they're dealing with. They've also seen some wind gusts anywhere between that 30 to 40 mile per hour range already this morning. Winds are going to peak this morning, so we're going to continue to see these winds becoming increasingly stronger throughout the morning into this afternoon. They're going to be sticking around as well. As mentioned in that story, they are also seeing a red flag warning for Southern California. So please, if you have friends or family down in this area, let them know to keep a very close eye on their surroundings. If you have plans to travel down to this location, please use extra caution down there as well. So extreme fire danger there, very dry. We're going to see very strong winds, and that's going to cause those fires, if there's a spark down in that area, cause those fires to spread very rapidly. For us locally, we have our own wind advisory. This began yesterday evening at 7 p.m. and will last until tomorrow morning 10 a.m. We're going to see those offshore winds, the northeasterly winds here. We're going to see sustained winds anywhere between that 15 to 25 mile per hour range. We could see gusts up to 45 mile per hour. Now, the strongest gusts will be over those mountains in ridge tops, but this wind advisory is for the Santa Clara Hills there, eastern Santa Clara Hills, I should say, and the Santa Cruz Mountains. Tree limbs down, isolated power outages possible with these gusty conditions. So let's go ahead and talk about those future winds again. Strongest are going to be on the mountains and those ridge tops. We could have some downsloping winds, which we've already seen this morning, by the way, coming off of the Santa Lucia range. Now, just because the Santa Lucia range in the mountains of San Benito County not in these wind advisories, you're still going to see some gusty conditions in those areas. So again, downsloping winds along the Big Sur coast, that's going to be anywhere between that 25 to 30 mile per hour range. We'll have some downsloping winds off of the Santa Cruz Mountains into Santa Cruz, and of course Pacheco Pass, already seeing those winds up there. Those winds are going to be sticking around through this afternoon into this evening, and then we're going to continue to see at least some gusty conditions for the early part of the morning hours. Now those winds will slowly die down as we head into lunchtime tomorrow, and then they'll remain calm as we head into the rest of the afternoon. So again, we're on the edge of this wind event. The reason we're seeing this is because we have a very strong trough of low pressure digging in to the south of us. So again, Southern California going to get the brunt of this. We're in this ridge of high pressure here, but these two are going to battle it out. That's a pressure gradient there, and that is why we're seeing that wind event. But let's talk about this ridge of high pressure sticking with us over the next several days. That is going to keep us dry, mostly sunny and warm. We're going to see a warm up this afternoon. We're going to see 70s across the central coast, and we're just going to continue to warm up through the rest of the work week before we actually see those temperatures kind of even out through the weekend. Not much to show you here on Future Track. Mostly sunny conditions out there this morning into this afternoon. I'm just going to keep this playing here as we head into this evening. We might have some high clouds joining us through the overnight hours, but that is about it. If you plan on heading out to the coast or our local beaches, just know we do still have those beach hazards. This has been extended until 9 p.m. this evening. It was supposed to end at 4 p.m. So a little bit of an extension here. Northwest swell, increased risk of sneaker waves and rip currents, large breakers up to 20 feet. This includes the entire coast. So how about those temperatures today? Looking gorgeous out there, minus those gusty winds we're going to have. We're going to see those temperatures in those mid to upper 60s around the coast. We'll have some upper 60s to low 70s for those interior locations.